watching Kenosha Community Television.
Hi, I'm Carol, and we're visiting artists at the Behind the Arts event. Right now, we're visiting with one of them, and his name is
Brian Peer.
And Brian's going to tell us a little about his artwork. What can you tell us about what you're painting now?
Well, right now I'm painting a scene from behind the Boathouse Pub and Eatery down in the harbor here. I've done several. I like doing nautical and cityscapes. I work mainly in oil. And this one's, I started this sometime last week, and I imagine I'll be finished with this today.
Do you usually paint from life or from photos? Or?
I paint from both.
And then you take the photos and then you bring them in?
I always take the photos. You know, unless I see a spectacular photo and I know the person that took it. You know, I've gotten photos from people that I could paint.
And we're in a store in downtown Kenosha. Can you tell us how you happen to be here?
We're in Forever Grateful resale boutique and fine art gallery and now coffee shop. My studio is in the store here full time. I paint here every day when I'm not helping out with the coffee shop.
Okay.
Which, yeah, that's different. Most of my work can be seen in the gallery here, you know, besides the different galleries that I'm in. I'm in a gallery in Florence, Italy. I'm in a gallery in Door County up in Sister Bay, and one at the Northern Lights Gallery in Racine. And I've got about 4 paintings going to Dubai, to a gallery in Dubai. So my career's doing well right now.
Oh, great. So are you in any of the art fairs around here, any times during the year?
I paint plein air in the art fair in... Which is the park by the...
Library Park?
No, the other one.
I'm not sure what the other one's called.
Over by the courthouse.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a good old summertime art fair. Yeah, for the last 2 years I've painted plein air there, so I'll set up an easel and I'll usually paint what I see. Okay. It's always fun.
So are you from Kenosha?
I'm born and raised here.
Okay.
Yep. Left a few times, came back a few times, and finally came back and settled down.
Well, we're glad you're here, and artwork looks great.
Thank you.
Hope you have a great day with lots of visitors today.
I hope so, too.
Okay.
This is a good thing for Kenosha, too.
Now we're at the store Artworks, and we're talking to the owner, Chet. Can you tell us a little bit about your artwork and what you're doing at Behind the Arts today?
Well, I'm happy to actually be a part of Get Behind the Arts. It's been going strong for 3 years now, and we're really excited to be a little piece of it. My studio is actually downstairs in the basement, but it's really unfit for humans. So we're doing this on the first floor. And for example, this is a piece of mine back here. I do a lot of pencil drawing, and we teach, that kind of thing here. A lot of adornment, a lot of really tight rendering. That's really what I like to do with my stuff.
Okay. Do a lot of artists have work that they're selling through you, or?
Well, we have a gallery upstairs, and so we offer different gallery shows every 6 weeks or so. I carry work by a lot of different local artists here in stock. So when you have that hole on your wall, or you're looking to take that old ugly poster down, you can come in and get some original art by local artists. Very high quality, very good.
I know once in a while you have kind of events or exhibits that are kind of an event in themselves. Could you tell us about those?
Well, we're involved in a lot of things. We have a publication called Left of the Lake, and we offer different shows and events. And there's a Puppet Underground puppet theater downstairs in the basement, so we do puppet slams every several months. There's always something worth checking out going on here. We pride ourselves in doing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for participating in this event. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just, we're very proud to be a part of this. The arts are exploding here locally, and we're excited to see where it goes next.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Hi, now we're at a new local music space in Kenosha called Fusion, and we're here talking to...
My name is Candy Eisenhower.
And could you tell us a little about Fusion and who's going to perform in these spaces here?
Well, we're hoping to bring in local and regional talent. It won't be just music. We're hoping to do music and theater and art. It is a it's a community spot. We plan on doing some streaming, some recording. We'd like to build our own internet station so that we have people, that can tune in and see what kind of talent is in this area and that what we bring in. It's just to afford the possibilities and the ability of musicians and artists in this area to be able to have a space of their own and to do the things that they would like to do and showcase their talents.
And who's responsible for renovating this spot?
Don Miller is responsible. He bought the building, and he has generously worked on this for several months now, and he's done a beautiful job. Beautiful job.
So does he have a close relationship with the MAM organization? And could you tell us a little about that?
Well, Don was a board member. I believe he was one of the original members of MAM. It is a separate entity, a completely separate entity. It's just a kind of a coincidence that there are a couple of us from MAM that were on the board that are actually on the board here too. But I think that Don he felt that he should surround himself with people that he feels that will help him put this together and look at this as a community project and something that we want to do for music and the arts rather than, he's looking for people like that, and that's what he's picked, I think.
Well, today is the Behind the Arts event all around town. Could you tell us some things that might be happening later today?
Well, we're going to have some performances. Some of the musicians that are interested in working here and helping with what go on will perform today. We have the puppet show will be going on. I believe it's Underground Puppet Underground, I believe it's called, and they will be here. We'll have performances all day long. It's just going to be a relaxed atmosphere, kind of what we're hoping to have, just to showcase what we intend to do in the future.
Okay, well, I wish you luck with the space and hope you're in the Behind the Arts event again next year.
Thank you very much. We hope we are too.
Came across a place in the middle of nowhere with a big black horse and a cherry tree. Ooh, ooh. Had a little fear upon my back, said don't look back, just keep on going. Ooh, ooh. When the big black horse looked this way, he said, hey little lady, would you marry me? Ooh, ooh. But I said no. No, 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 I said no, no, you're not the one for me. No, 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 I said no, no, you're not the one for me. Ooh, 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 ooh. In the early hours, so stop to 10:40 Ooh, ooh. But I cut some cord and I shouldn't have done it. Oh, forgive me after all these years. Ooh. So I sent it to the place in the middle of nowhere with a big black horse and a cherry tree. Ooh, ooh. And I won't come back 'cause I'm so happy now. I got a whole other world to see. Ooh, ooh. But I said no, 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 no. I said no, no, you're not the one for me. No, 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 no. I said no, no, you're not the one for me. Ooh, not the one for me, yeah. cherry tree. Ooh, I just can't get there 'cause my heart was taking me. Yeah. Big black horse in a cherry tree. Ooh, I just can't get there 'cause my heart was taking me. Thank you, thank you.
This next piece is a jazzy little tune. It's called Jazz Fever.
Some sweet jazz music play. Pick out a musician, buy him a gin. Then I take him home for a delicious night of sin. Now I got a sore down in my drawers. I'm nauseous and I'm feeling kinda hot. A sore throat that lingers and rashes on my fingers. My mother once warned me of this illness I got jazz fever. It's the fever that you get from too much jazz. Jazz fever. It's the fever that you get from too much jazz. I go to the doctor, say how bad I feel. He looks me up and down and says jazz fever isn't real. You have syphilis. Oh, guess they don't teach jazz in medical school. He tells me take this medicine, but I ain't a fool. Instead I take more jazz. The only cure for jazz fever is more jazz. Jazz fever. Buzz off penicillin. Inject me with jazz. Now I've gone deaf from the trumpets. Can't feel my feet from the dance. Having seizures and my back skin looks like raw meat. Can't explain that. The doctor keeps calling, but I've sealed my fate. 'Cause jazz has an 80% mortality rate. Jazz fever. It's the fever that you get from too much jazz. Jazz fever. It's the fever that you get from too much jazz.
Now we're at the Actors Craft Studio, and we're going to find out who's here and just a little about it. Could you tell me your name, please?
Sure. I am Amy Battersea, and I work with Maureen Cashin-Bolog, who is the owner of Actors Craft.
Okay, and what is Actors Craft, and what do you do here?
Actors Craft is a training ground for people that are interested in improving their acting for camera work or stage work. And there are multiple classes offered for kids, teens, and adults, including scene study, the physical actor. Also, Maureen reaches out to corporations and works with people that are improving their presentation skills, and she brings a program called the Dynamic Executive. Maureen and I work together on a Singing for the Actor class. So I am a professor of voice at UW Parkside, and we met because my daughter started taking acting classes with Maureen and has subsequently been very successful with acting in all types of things, from film to TV projects to commercials, industrials. And because of Maureen's great training, she was able to go on in this and has an agent in Chicago and is very successful as a young actress. But going back to Singing for the Actor, our focus is really making sure that the singer is dynamically presenting the material. And I work specifically on the singing part of it, and then Maureen works with the acting and presentation part of it.
So how many people come over here and learn about acting?
Well, her classes can range from a small group size to a larger group size. So in a week, I believe Maureen sees probably around 50 people or so in the different classes. And then with her camps and workshops, then she sees many more with those throughout the summer. And she also does private coachings for people that are preparing for auditions. And so she sees quite a few people that way too.
Could you tell us about your location here?
Sure. We are located on the upper level of the Pollard Art Gallery in downtown Kenosha. And you can find out more about Actors Craft by going to the Actors Craft website or the Facebook page.
Very good. Any other comments you want to make?
Well, come and enjoy at Actors Craft. You can learn a lot about yourself, and it's a lot of fun.
Very good. Thanks a lot for talking to us. Being another artist, and your name is?
Lisa Bagalki.
And she's going to tell us about her art. What could you tell us about your art?
I mostly work from Wisconsin scenes, so we travel around the state. I like to look at rural areas and farmland, and then I come back to my studio space and I collage elements of the landscape together. So I take the macro and the micro of the outside. So I use fossils and flowers and water patterns along with a traditional landscape in my images.
Okay. Could you tell us a little about the art behind us and the art in front of us?
Sure. The art behind us is a painting that I did on Masonite, and this is from out near Lake Geneva. And then these are some fossils that were found in the area. And then those are flowers that were in my garden over a map of Wisconsin that I collaged to the painting. And then this is a new project that I'm working on. And I remember the 80s fondly. So I am making tree warmers. And these are actually going to wrap around the base of trees. So I'm going to leave them outside for people to find. Yeah.
And you do some print art also, don't you?
Yes, I do. I'm working on a series of intaglios right now. And so these are done with a copper plate that is put in ferric chloride. And that's what etches the image that I drew on the surface in. And then I'm able to print it using very old, very traditional intaglio techniques by wiping the plate and then running it through a press. And so these are the same theme that the painting was and even the tree warmers. And there are scenes from Wisconsin. Like this one is the East Lemonware River, which is in Juneau County. And then this is Grant Park, Milwaukee. Little scene of Grant Park in the wintertime. And then this is, I think, more towards Eau Claire. But that's what I'm doing.
And where do you teach, and what do you teach there?
I teach at Carthage College. And I teach drawing and then crafts classes. So this semester I'm teaching bookbinding.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for talking to us. Is there anything you wanted to add?
Nope, I got nothing.
Okay. Well, thanks for being part of the Behind the Arts tour today.
Well, thank you for interviewing me.
Okay. Thanks. We found another artist in the same house here, and we're going to talk to her now. What is your name?
Melody Bagelke.
And what kind of artwork do you do?
Primarily hard-shelled gourds. It's a messy project, but it's fun. You can do all kinds of things with them.
What do you do with them?
Well, some of them are... Oh, he can't see there from there. Right now I'm currently coiling on a gourd. Eventually the coil will be up to about this high.
Okay, you kind of weave some...
This is... what I'm using is waxed linen. For thread, it's very strong. And this is Danish cord, which is actually a form of paper, rolled. And to that, I am going to add some hand-dyed silk ribbon. I will wrap this around eventually, so it will cover that. And then I will add some mitsahiki, which is Japanese rolled paper. It looks like wire, but it's much more malleable. Okay. So eventually it will get done. Takes quite a while.
So you also do jewelry and prints?
I do jewelry. This right here happens to be gourd jewelry, made out of pieces of gourds. And then, as you can see up here, I also do some silk screening. And over there's some monoprints. My oldest daughter got me into the printmaking.
Oh, okay.
Only I cannot compare anything.
So you have two very talented daughters.
Yes,
You want to say a couple words about them?
Well,
How did you inspire them?
I don't know so I did, but I probably did in some way or another.
Just by having art around the house, they picked up on what you were doing? And
Probably. I mean, I have dabbled in different things for years. And then when I started on the gourds, that was my primary area. But, yeah. Thanks. Standing in the sidelines. I used to do a lot of crafts, and then, more that type of thing.
Okay. Well, you have some real nice things here to look at and browse through. And thank you for participating in the Behind the Arts.
Thank you. It was fun last night. Were you there?
Yes.
I was very lucky.
How were you lucky?
I won 4 of the raffles.
Wow. You must have bought a lot of raffle tickets.
I bought my usual $20 worth, and last year and the year before, I didn't win a thing. So I guess last night made up for it.
Well, it encourages other people to go to the raffle next year, huh?
You bet it does.
Okay.
So it was fun.
Good.
So thank you for coming.
Okay. Thank you. And one more artist to talk to, and when your name is what?
Rebecca Bigelke, and I'm one half of Rudbeckia Press. My sister, who you spoke to just a little while ago, Lisa, is the other half.
And what kind of artwork do you do?
We are bookmakers and printmakers, and we primarily focus in 2 different types of books. The Coptic book, which is right here, and you can see that the binding is exposed, and it actually makes it a strong binding. A lot of people think that that would make it weaker, but it's sewn with a thick linen thread, and it attaches into the signature before it, so it actually makes it really tight and really sturdy. And one of the things that's great about a hand-bound book that a lot of people don't know is you can actually open it to any page and lay it flat, and it's never going to break up its binding. Whereas if you buy any book that's, let's say, made commercially in the United States at this time, there'll be a perfect bound book where all the edges are cut to be perfect and then glued together, and then when you open them flat like this, it cracks the binding and you start losing pieces. So this is how all books were all books were sewn until 1950, and that's when they discovered the new process. And the other kind of book that we do is a long stitch binding, and it also has an exposed binding. It's also sewn with the linen tape, the linen thread, and it also can open anywhere and lay flat and is nice and sturdy, and it has this one is a little different because it does cover the exposed binding a little bit, but that's what we do.
And what kinds of things do people use your books for? Do they add things after you make them, or do you ever bind books that are already has something on the pages, or what?
Yeah, we do both. Primarily what we do is blank journal book binding. So people use these as their journals. They'll use them as a sketchbook. My sister and I both use them for catch-alls. So anything that we need, like if we're making lists and we need to do things. So our books have sketches, writing lists, grocery lists, everything in it. And other people use them for a lot of sketchbooks, a lot of journals. And then we do have commissions where people ask us to bind something that they've written themselves, whether it's, we've done poetry books. We have done custom color books for a lady who did all the drawings herself, and she wanted to gift it to her grandchildren. And we have one client who makes a memory album for every family member that passes, and then she gifts the memory album to every person in the family. And so she does all the printing portion of it, and we do all the binding portion of it. So it just kind of varies for what people need, and we find a way to make it happen.
Great.
All right.
I noticed you have some beautiful scarves over there. Who does those?
My sister and I both do them, and they are we dabble in a lot of different things as far as the printmaking, the bookbinding, silk screen and then the silk scarves. And we both enjoy doing both of them. Usually if it's a silk scarf, I draw it, she paints it, or she draws it and I paint it. So we make sure that both of us have a hand in everything that we do.
And you have all kinds of bright materials, and you add some things to the covers like buttons and things too.
This is actually one of our most popular series that we have right now, and it is called the Monster Series. It started from the Artworks Monster Show that began, I can't remember if it was 5 years ago now, but Chet decided to do a monster show, and we were trying to figure out how we could incorporate books into it, since that's our thing. So we decided we were going to make some quirky monsters and see what happened, and they went over really well. So this has been one of our biggest lines that we have is monster books, and they get all different things added. Sometimes they have teeth, sometimes they have an exposed heart, sometimes they have a brain, all different fun things.
Okay. Well, you have to have a sense of humor for that kind of thing, huh?
You do. You definitely do. And, we find that our book buyers have to have a sense of humor in order to like them. So it works out pretty well.
Okay. Well, thank you for participating in the Behind the Arts and talking to us.
Thank you. And thank you for coming and visiting.
Grow it and they will buy. Local, healthy food is in demand. Seed, sustainable, edible economic development is working to make lives better and create jobs through healthy, sustainable, local agriculture by connecting growers and buyers. If you are an existing farmer, gardener, or someone thinking about going into small-scale farming, producing local, healthy foods, and are looking for buyers, please call me, Bob Bezat, at 630-747-5028. If you are a restaurant owner or a food service business which wants to increase your supply of local healthy food for your customers and clients and are looking for suppliers, please call us at the same number, 630-747-5028. Find out more about seed at our website, rkcaa.org/rkcaa/seed. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dean Romano of Outdoor Wild. One of the things I like about the outdoors are these beautiful parks, like this one here in Kenosha. It's got nice walking trails along Lake Michigan. There's a lot of room here for people to come out and enjoy themselves. But one of the other things I like about our parks are these trash cans. So if you see any garbage like this, please pick it up and throw it away. Try to remember, let's all pitch in to keep our community clean. I'm Dean Romano of Outdoor Wild, and thanks for keeping our community clean.
Did you know that Kenosha currently has no playground that can be accessed and used by people with disabilities? The Kenosha Dream Playground will give our community its first fully accessible and inclusive outdoor play space. The Dream Playground will offer the opportunity for people of all abilities and ages to play together. For children with mobility impairments, it may be their first time experiencing the thrill of going down a slide or reaching for the sky on a swing. For many, the Dream Playground will make their dream of play a reality. Find out more about the Dream Playground, our progress, timeline, and events by becoming our friend and following us on Facebook. You can also be a part of making this dream come true by donating at our website, www.thekc.com. Can we build it? Yes, we can.